Greetings, everyone. An enticing showdown here on 2K Sports. We're so glad you could join us. Good evening, everyone. This is Kevin Arnold, joined by Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Holmgren plays at the 4, with Hartenstein at the center spot. Gilgeous-Alexander wins things, with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3, the small forward. And for the Longhorns, Olajuwon is out there with Karl-Anthony Towns. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Kenneth Bowling at the 1.
Yeah, Butler with the quick trigger there off the catch. Nicely done.
Williams against Adebayo. To the inside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
Not easy amongst the trees to get that score, but he just stayed poised.
Towns, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
Well, his shot has come such a long way, and now it's a big part of Bam's repertoire.
SGA passes to Holmgren. Back to SGA. Pass to Holmgren. Launches it. Karl-Anthony Towns with the rebound. Kneppel with it. Picked up by Hartenstein. Here's Kneppel. Olajuwon with a screen on Hartenstein. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. And again, it's the Longhorns from deep.
Not necessarily a staple of Butler's game, but there, reminding the defense, he can drain it from deep.
Now here's Williams. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Hakeem Olajuwon. That is his first foul of the game. Wallace is checked in for Oklahoma City. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Shot clock at 6. SGA finds Dort. A three-pointer, no good. How about this one right there on right now?
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple.
Yeah, Adebayo's really good at facing up in the mid-range. There is the jumper there.
Here's Williams following the basket by Bam Adebayo. Outside, SGA. SGA double team. Holmgren. That's good, and SGA with the assist.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Now, Kneppel. Towns in the corner. And Austin, another 3.
And drifting to the corner and finding some space, Towns can exploit any gap in a defense.
And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up to the Thunder. 9-point game. And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And the Longhorns making a change here. Flag is checked in. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Williams. For 3. Good on the triple.
The D can't afford to back off Williams too much there. When he's roaming the perimeter, he's more than capable of firing from deep.
Here's Kneppel. Olajuwon with a screen for Kneppel. Here's Flack. And Austin, another 3.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And what you love about Cooper Flag, GA, he's committed to playing the game the right way.
Yeah, I mean, even back in middle school, he would binge watch the '86 Celtics, a team known for its high IQ.
Here's Kneppel. After Oklahoma City gets the third. Connects from three-point range. Adebayo's got 7 points in the game.
Look at the range from Adebayo. Confident stroke.
Oklahoma City trails by 9. SGA kicks to Holmgren. Back to SGA. Out to Wallace. Gilgeous-Alexander against Butler. 5 on the clock. And it's SGA missing. Austin leading by 9. Over to the wing. Here's Flack. And Austin another 3.
Well, Flack can do it all. He can initiate, and he can beat you off the catch as well.
Here's Wallace. Cuts in the tray.
Yeah, and when you're hit, you gotta hit back.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
Good on the three-point shot.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
Yeah, we thought this might be the case. You see a few of those go through the net, it becomes contagious.
Oklahoma City trails by 12. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Strong take by SGA. 6'6" with point guard skills. What a nightmare matchup he is.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And here is Ball. Here is Knipple. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, they've come out with more energy and effort, and that's reflected in the score.
And so it's the Longhorns up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their work from beyond the arc has been a highlight. A lot of threes finding the bottom of the bucket. And we'll be back with you shortly. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Austin.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And something else that's working for them is ball movement. A lot of their points so far have come as a result of smart play.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. They've got Wiggins. Jason Wallace is out there with Alex Caruso. Then it's Williams. And it's Williams at the 5 spot. Oklahoma City trails by 15. On the wing, Wallace. There's the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Wallace has got 6.
And how about the concentration on that jumper? It was just him, the ball, and the hoop.
Knipple wide open, and he fires. And Austin, another 3.
How about the response by Knipple there? I love seeing him answer the call with a triple of his own.
Out to Wallace. Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to the Longhorns.
He may have had too much time to think about it.
Caruso grabs the miss.
Yeah, he might want to avoid looking over at the bench for a little bit here. A missed dunk like that is infuriating to a coach. Well, the defense was a little soft. He felt free to take that shot.
Austin leading by 12. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Outside Butler. The tray. And Austin, another 3.
That's his shot. When Knipple gets any sliver of breathing room to beat. He's going to fire.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Oklahoma City trails by 15. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Hartenstein. Wants to get it to Holmgren and does. Outside, Dort lets the 3 fly. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. SGA with the steal. Here's Joe. Covered by Parker. Stolen by Knipple. To the middle. And finished off by Parker.
Well, I think she added a little extra to that one, making a statement.
Here's Oklahoma City now, trailing by 17. It's Dort on the wing. Pass to Joe, beyond the arc. And the rebound goes to the Longhorns. This one for three. And Knipple with the basket on the assist by Adebayo. That's 12 points for Con Knipple. Oklahoma City trails by 20. And after playing most of his career at the center spot, Greg, do you like Bam Adebayo playing power forward?
Oh, it's great. At 6'9", I felt like he was always undersized at the pivot, making up for it with his strength and toughness, but he has the mobility and the skill to play the four without question.
There's Parker with the three, and again it's the Longhorns from deep.
She knows how important that corner three is to the flow of their offense.
There's 1:38 left to play here in the half. And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. One of the stories here, Con Knipple getting it done today.
Well, I think about throwing something new at it. Maybe bring another defender, force the ball out of his hands.
.133 left to play in the first half. Holmgren with it, picked up by Elijah Wan. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Flag with it. He's got 6. In the corner, Knipple with it. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Knipple's got 15.
Well, this is the kind of production this team wants out of Knipple, attacking efficiently without hesitation.
SGA double team. Back to Holmgren. To stop the run. Hakeem Olajuwon grabs the rebound.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop the scrub.
And it goes down 2 points.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 5. Williams for 3. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
And you can tell Williams was feeling that one, letting it fly without hesitation.
Pass to Flag. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Well, he got the position he wanted in the paint and got the defender to overcommit and got himself to the line.
That one falls, so it's both of them.
Talking about the first pick of the draft, rookie Cooper Flag. He's got a diverse skill set and is so mature for a teenager.
It's Dort on the wing. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And so it's Austin rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And you know, Con Knueppel has really been making it happen, guys.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Well, he's already put in a full day's work. They might look to lighten the load on him in the second half.
Butler out there with Knueppel. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Elijah Wan. And it's Adebayo in at the small forward. And for Oklahoma City, Dort and Williams up in the forward positions. SGA is out there with Wallace. And it's Holmgren in at the 5 down low. Wallace misses. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Pass to Towns. Sinks that one from the post. Towns has got 5 now.
Well, hey, great touch on the floater. He made it look easy.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. Over in the corner, Dort. Wallace outside. Oklahoma City moving it around. Holmgren is double. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Butler feeling out of it. And stolen by Williams. And it's SGA in the corner. Outside Williams. Williams double team. Pass to Holmgren. Here's Wallace. And again, Oklahoma City. No good. And Knueppel slams it in.
With his sturdy frame, Knueppel absorbs contact without letting it affect his timing. Good to have in the NBA.
Outside Williams. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
Wow, no problem going right at the bigger defender.
And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another. The more we see Knueppel, the more I think he'll drive it.
Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Butler. And there's SGA on the assist by Williams. 9 points in the game so far.
Set them up so they can knock them down.
And Greg, you might not be surprised to hear this, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander comes from a family of athletes.
Yeah, I mean, his mother was a sprinter in the 400 meters representing Antigua and Bermuda in the 92 Summer Games in Barcelona. Impressive.
And that one falls for Elijah Wan. Parker against Williams. Williams double team. Here's Holmgren. And the shot is long. The Longhorns with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Brunson outside. Parker outside. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And the defense has to be better prepared. You got to be right up on her as the pass is coming her way.
Pass to Joe. Lets it go from deep. No good on the shot. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing. Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the third quarter.
And here is Williams. Pass to Holmgren. Now Joe. And stolen by Fly. Brunson scanning the floor. Parker a screen on George. Brunson has a 2-pointer. Parker passes to Brunson. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker.
And he has become deadly from that in-between area. Brunson is efficient on the midi as anybody.
Here is Williams. 9 points in the game so far. Over Parker. And again, Oklahoma City. No good. Outside, ball. Right wing. Brunson outside. Cranes the three-pointer. Brunson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
It's good from long range. Williams has got 12 points in the game.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And so it's the Longhorns with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll get... And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Bam Adebayo is out there with Karl-Anthony Towns. And it's Kneppel. And there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Olajuwon in at the 5, roaming the paint.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead it to the score.
Pass to Butler. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Shoots it up. And it's Austin with the rebound. Here's Kneppel, and it's Adebayo in the corner. Hits it from three-point range.
Adebayo being aggressive there. Quick release on the catch and shoot.
And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Pass to Williams. Williams against Towns. Wallace kicks to SGA. Clock at 6. SGA double team. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Fourth quarter now, we're about a minute and a half in. Butler from outside. And again, it's the Longhorns from deep.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes it.
Well, yeah, the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Kneppel with it. Now defended by Wiggins. Pass to Kneppel. Towns sets the pick for Kneppel. Olajuwon on the wing. Knocks down the three ball.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Hartenstein passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Drills it from outside. Wiggins has got his first 3 points of the game.
Nice find by Gilgeous-Alexander. He reads the floor so well.
Olajuwon with a screen for Kneppel. Over in the corner, Olajuwon. And Austin, another three.
Well, you know that's the name of the game these days. Get threes, spread out that defense.
And Wallace slams it in.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Towns finds Adebayo. Picked by Olajuwon from about 16. And the Longhorns take on 2 more.
Yeah, the defense is really struggling to contain Butler. He keeps finding ways to beat them.
SGA double team. Stolen by Kneppel. Here's Butler going inside.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Good, and it's Olajuwon with the assist. Butler's got 21 in the game.
Well, when Jimmy Butler is on, he is one of the scariest matchups in the league.
Nobody near Williams. Sinks the three-pointer.
Well-placed pass in the hands of a guy ready to attack.
Williams has gone a perfect 2 of 2 from the arc. Pass to Butler. Puts up a three. Hits the three-point bomb. Butler's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Well, great answer there from Jimmy Butler. You don't want to anger him.
Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Wallace from deep. Knueppel with the rebound. Driving the lane. A rebound by Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA double team. Here's Wiggins, and it's Wiggins with the jam.
And passing has made this guy next level. That's the element that has changed in Gilgeous-Alexander's game.
7-second difference. Shot.
Yeah, well, that's on the defense. They got to put out a little more effort to keep that from happening.
It's stolen by Olajuwon. Here's Butler, and slam dunk by Butler.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo. Yes, Adebayo. Seven seconds left in the game. So no problem for the Longhorns as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Along with Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for joining us for this one on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Knueppel.